Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Math School Learn to Succeed. In this channel, I'll be teaching you Karnataka Board Class 10th SLC Insert Math. In today's video, let us solve the examples 11, 12 and 13 from chapter number 1 Arithmetic Progression. So before we begin the video, please like and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell button below to get the latest updates of my videos. So example 11, which comes under chapter number 1 Arithmetic Progression section 1.4 says find the sum of the first 22 terms of the AP given, that is 8, 3, minus 2 and so on. They are asking us to find the sum of the 22 terms for this given AP. So let us write down the formula for the sum of n terms of an AP, which is given by Sn is equal to n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. The introduction and derivation to this formula I have explained in the previous video. If you have not watched that video, please find the link in the description box below or click the I button above. From the question given here or the AP given, we can find out the a and d value. So a value from the AP is given as 8, that is the first term, and d can be given as the common difference, that is a2 minus a1. So a2 is the second term 3 minus the first term 8, therefore d is equal to minus 5. So we know the d value, we know the a value. Since we have to find out the first 22 terms, n value will be equal to 22. So let us substitute this value and find the result here. So S22 we have to find out, where n value is 22 divided by 2 into a is 8 plus n is 22 minus 1 into d is minus 5. So we get 22 divided by 2 into 8 2s are 16 plus 22 minus 1 is 21 into minus 5. So let us cancel out this term. 2 1 times, 2 1 times, 2 1 times. So we get the result 11 into 16 minus plus 21 into minus 5 is minus. Let us multiply this value. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10. So what is 16 minus 105? Minus 105 and plus 16 is here. So the greater number sign comes down with a subtraction. So if we subtract, let us carry. So this will be 0. Here 9 comes and here 1 comes. So 15 minus 6 will be 9. And 9 minus 1 is 8. The result is minus 89. So 11 into minus 89. Now let us multiply minus 89 into 11. So 1 9s are 9, 1 8s are 8 into 1 9s are 9, 1 8s are 8. So 9 comes down, 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17, carry 1, it is 9. So minus sign comes here. Therefore we get minus 979. Therefore sum of the first 22 terms of an AP is given by minus 979. Therefore the sum of the first 22 terms of an AP, that is 8, 3, minus 2 is given as minus 979. Okay, this is how we solve the result. So moving ahead to the next example problem, that is example number 2 from the chapter Arithmetic Progression, which says if the sum of the first 14 terms of an AP is 1050 and its first term is 10, find the 20th term. So let us write down what is given in the question first. It says the sum of the first 14 terms. So S sum of 14 terms, it is 1050 and the first term is 10. Find the 20th term. They are asking us the 20th term given these two values. So from the formula of the sum of n terms, it is given by Sn is equal to n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. From here we know that the n value is equal to 14, since they have given us that the first 14 terms of the AP is 1050. Okay, so let us write down the sum for first 14 term is 1050 is equal to n value is 14 divided by 2 into a value is 10 plus 14 minus 1, and d value we don't know, so we are finding out the d value from using this formula. So 1050 is equal to, so 2 1 times, 2 7s are 14, so 7 comes here, 2 into 10 is 20 plus 14 minus 1 is 13d. If we transfer the 7 to the left hand side, you get 1050 divided by 7 is equal to 20 plus 13d. So 7 1 times, 7 1 times 35, 3 is the carryover, so 7 5s are 35 and 0. So 150 is equal to 20 plus 13d. If we send this 20 to the left hand side, we get 150 minus 20 is equal to 13d, or it is 130 is equal to 13d, or d is equal to 130 divided by 13. So 13 1 times, 13 10 times. So d value we got as 10. So now using this d value and a value, we will find out the 20th term. So since they are asking us the 20th term, so n value will be equal to 20, a value we know that is 10, and d we found out that is also equal to 10. So nth term formula, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now let us substitute these values in the equation and find out the 20th term. So a20 is equal to a is 10 plus n is 20 minus 1 into d is again 10. So a20 will be equal to 10 plus 20 minus 1 is 19 into 10, or 10 plus 190, or it is 190 plus 10 is 200. Therefore the 20th term is equal to 200. Therefore we can write down the 20th term is equal to 200. So let us solve the example number 13 from the chapter Arithmetic Progression, which says how many terms of the AP, that is 24, 21 and 18 and so on, must be taken so that their sum is 78. So let us first of all understand the question. It says how many terms of the AP. How many terms means we have to find out the n value, given that the sum is 78. It is saying the sum of the n terms is 78. So we have to find out the n value for the given AP. So from the AP we can find out the first term a, that is 24, and the common difference d is given by a2 minus a1. That is, what is a2? It is 21 minus 24, which is d value is equal to minus 3. So now we have got these values from the question. Now let us write down the sum of n terms formula, which is given by Sn is equal to n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now let us substitute the values and find out the equation. What is Sn value? It is 78. N value we have to find out into 2 into a is 24 plus n minus 1 into d is minus 3. So 78 is equal to n divided by 2. 2 into 24 is 48 plus minus 3 into n is minus 3n. Then minus into minus will be plus. 3 ones are 3. Now we can send this term 2 to the left hand side. So 78 into 2 will be 8 2s are 16, carry 1, 7 2s are 14, 15. So it is 156 is equal to n into 48 minus 3n plus 3. So what is 48 plus 3? It is 51. So n into 51 minus 3n. So now let us open the brackets. If we open the brackets, we get 156 is equal to 51n minus 3n into n is minus 3n square. Or if we send these two terms to the left hand side, we will get minus 3n will become plus 3n square, and 51n will become minus 51n plus 156 is equal to 0. Now let us take the common 3 this equation. If you take out the 3 common, you get 3n square minus 51 divided by 3 is 17. You will get 17n plus 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6 is equal to 0. So here if we observe, we have got a quadratic equation which is of the form ax square minus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now how to solve this quadratic equation? What is the coefficient for x square? That is, a value is equal to 1 since only n square is there, b value is equal to 17, and c is 52. We are just taking the numbers, we are not taking the signs here. I'll be teaching you how to solve the quadratic equation in the coming chapters. Till then, please follow the procedure here. Then we have to find out the sum. So sum should be the b value, that is 17, and the product of the coefficients which we get should be 52. So we have to factorize 52 in such a way that its product should be 52 and the sum should be 17. So we have to find the two coefficients. If we take 52 one time, so 52 ones are 52, we got the product, but sum 52 plus 1 is not 17. Similarly, in the 2 table, we will get 26 into 2, 52. The product is 52 but the sum is not 17, so 26 plus 2 is not 17. In 3 table we will not get 52, so if we let us try with 4. So if we take 13 4 times, we get 52. Here if you observe 13 plus 4, we got sum as 17 and 13 into 4 is product as 52. So these are the two coefficients which we will be using in this quadratic equation. Therefore, let us write down n square minus this signs will be same, only the coefficients will be changing. So it will be 13 plus we are taking the sum, so 13 plus 4 is 17, so 13 plus 4 into n plus 52 is equal to 0. Now if you open the brackets, we will get the signs automatically. So n square minus 13n minus 4n plus 52 is equal to 0. Now here you can observe minus 13n and minus 4n is minus 17n. We have got the equation. Now let us take common between the first two terms. Okay, if we take the common here, so we get n minus 13, and here if you take minus 4 common, you get n minus 13 is equal to 0. Therefore, again if you take n minus 13 common, n minus 13, we will get n minus 4 is equal to 0. So since we took n minus 13 common, here n is left and here minus 4 is left. Therefore, from this equation, n can be either 13 or n can be equal to 4. Since we had to find out the n value, from the result we have got two values of n. So either n can be 13 or n value can either be 4. Therefore, let's write down the n value can be either 13 or 4. Okay, this is the result. But there are certain remarks given in your textbook which says, okay, this will be true when sum of the first 13 terms is equal to sum of the first 14 terms. The sum of 13 terms is equal to the sum of 4 terms, which is equal to 78. So the values between the fourth term and the third term values, it can be 0 because the sum at the fourth place is also 78 and the sum at the 13th place is also 78. So it is, they are saying that either the values between 4 and 13 are 0, or the values are such that some values are in negative and some values are positive, such that if you take the sum, all the values will cancel out and 0 appears at the 13th term. So this is one of the possibilities which they have mentioned as remarks in your question. In my next video, I'll be solving example number 14. So till then, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.